Celebrity feuds have always been a common thing in the entertainment industry, but there was a time when we'd only know about them because of tabloid magazines or other media outlets. These days, it seems like there's a celebrity rivalry happening every other week, thanks to social media and how fast information is spread on the internet. Now, it's kinda hard to keep up with all of them. Here are some Black celebrity feuds you may have forgotten about. I personally love when the older divas shade each other, so it's only right that I kick off the list with this one. At the 2008 Grammy Awards, Beyonce introduced Tina Turner as the Queen, and at a party later that night, B called Tina her ultimate icon. Aretha Franklin, also known as the Queen of Soul, was at home watching, and this did not sit well with her.
Aretha Franklin, Chaka Khan. Historical women who have performed on this very stage. Gladys, Janet, and the beautiful melodies of Whitney. The legacy they have bestowed are simply irreplaceable. But there is one legend who has the essence of all of these things. Ladies and gentlemen, stand on your feet and give it up for the Queen!
She issued a few public statements expressing her distaste for the comment. She said, "I am not sure of whose toes I may have stepped on or whose ego I may have bruised between the Grammy writers and Beyonce. However, I dismissed it as a cheap shot for controversy." And after a few public statements from Aretha, Tina finally responded by saying, "Aretha has always been like that. We've always accepted that from her. She's the Queen of Soul, and I'm the Queen of Rock and Roll. There were so many kings and queens there that night. Her ego must be so big to think she was the only one. That's how queens are." End quote. And of course, Aretha was not amused with Tina's comments, so she responded with a statement of her own. She told USA Today, "I have always appreciated what Tina Turner has to offer, and I had quietly cheered her on after Ike and her subsequent success. However, with respect to her statement concerning my ego, clearly she was talking about herself as she described herself as the Queen of Rock, and saying that's what queens do, particularly since she does not have a clue as to who I am in view of the fact that we have never met. I never figured her to resort to tacky press just to sell a few tickets. I understand, and I know that the concert market is down where ticket sales are concerned. I really had put her in a different class, higher than that. Finally, no one has been more gracious or complimentary to their peers than I have, and I am confident and secure enough to do so, unlike some others. I wish Miss Turner all the best, as I always have. Perhaps one day we will meet." End quote. What a mess. Controversial celebrity gossip blogger Perez Hilton has had his fair share of feuds with celebs over his website throughout his blogging career. But in 2009, things got physical between he and Black Eyed Peas member will.i.am. Hours after attending Canada's Much Music Awards in Toronto, Perez took to his Twitter account to beg his followers to call the cops because he was allegedly assaulted by will.i.am and his bodyguards. Not exactly sure why he didn't just call the cops himself instead of using his sidekick's cell phone to send the tweets. But anyway, the alleged assault happened after Will confronted him about comments he made about Fergie. Words were exchanged, and Perez was punched by Black Eyed Peas manager Polo Molina. will.i.am created a Twitter account specifically to deny any involvement and instead speculated that it was a fan who attacked Perez after he called Will an anti-gay slur. Will also said that while the alleged assault was taking place, he was minding his own business waiting for a car. Perez responded with his own 12-minute video rant with a visible black eye.
"What happened to me in Toronto happened to me as a human being, and it should not happen to anyone. Violence is never the answer. Ever. No matter what anyone says."
Will posted another video once again denying the accusations. By the afternoon, Footage of the altercation was obtained by TMZ, and the video confirmed that Perez had in fact shouted an anti-gay slur at the two men, and a brawl broke out moments later while security guards and partygoers, which included Lady Gaga, looked on.
Yo, that's Perez! That's Perez! Yes, Perez! Yes, Perez Hilton! That's Perez Hilton!
Black Eyed Peas manager Polo turned himself into Toronto police. Later that day, the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation released a statement to TMZ chastising Perez for using the slur when taunting will.i.am and urged him to apologize. It read, "For someone in our community to use the slur to attack another person is incredibly dangerous. It legitimizes use of a slur that is often linked to violence against our community. And it sends a message that it is okay to dehumanize people by exploiting anti-gay attitudes." End quote. Perez responded by claiming that GLAAD was victimizing him and demanded an apology. Anyway, a bunch of back and forth continued, but Perez Hilton continued to shamelessly walk around with his black eye. And that was the last of that incident. Columbus Short got his breakout role in the 2007 dance film Stomp the Yard. The role helped him kick off a successful career in acting. But in 2014, he was caught up in a lot of legal and personal issues that negatively affected his career. He had been in jail at least 3 times in 3 months stemming from violent incidents with his wife. A judge issued a temporary restraining order for his then-wife and 2-year-old daughter, and she filed for divorce. At the time, he was playing Harrison Wright on the hit ABC TV series Scandal, and was fired due to his legal issues and allegations from his wife. His former Stomp the Yard co-star Daren Henson seemed annoyed with his antics and took to Twitter to voice his frustration. He tweeted, "Although people love Stomp the Yard, it was a sore thumb for me. I got called the bad guy every day. Well, who's the bad guy now? Hashtag Columbus. Nothing to be proud of as a young black man. Hashtag sad. Hashtag fired." Columbus responded by saying, "Listen, Nestle Snipes, you've wanted to be me for hashtag 7 years. Hashtag take a knee. And hashtag take off the makeup. Hashtag buy 3 times. Ha 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 ha." He added, "Hey, next time you pull up on me in your 92 SL Mercedes trying to sell me bootleg state property DVDs, I'll buy 2. Then the two guys went back and forth exchanging insults for a whole day, calling each other broke or wife beater. But later in the year, Daren told MadameNoir.com that he tried to mentor Columbus before he started spiraling, but he declined. Daren went on to admit that he was very irresponsible for starting the beef. The 2014 Essence Music Festival took place on the first weekend of July that year in New Orleans, and the headliners included Lionel Richie, Mary J. Blige, Jill Scott, and the one and only Prince. As Prince was making his way to the stage, R&B singer Lil Mo, who had VIP passes, was backstage at the Superdome on her way to the bathroom when the cops shut down the backstage area until Prince safely made it to the stage. Lil Mo became enraged when security allegedly shoved her out the way as he walked by and stopped her from going into the bathroom. She took to her Instagram to lash out at the cops and Prince. She said, "Y'all have no idea how these celebs be acting, and I'm not even gonna bother they ass. I had to pee in real life. I was pushed in my stomach cause somebody was coming through. Talking about we gotta hold the walkthrough cause Prince coming through the back. I don't wanna see him. I had to pee. This industry shit is crazy. Everybody think they not human." End quote. But she didn't stop there. She started taking shots at his performance, claiming he wasn't able to hit all of his notes and had no songs on the radio. Prince clapped back with a few tweets, which he eventually deleted. But he did leave one shady tweet behind that read, "Winner of the caption this picture thing. I hope she know none of her clothes match." Like, imagine getting dragged by Prince. In the 2010s, Chris Brown's legal issues kept piling up, and in January 2013, he added a lawsuit stemming from an altercation from singer Frank Ocean to the list. On January 28, 2013, Frank Ocean tweeted, "Got jumped by Chris and a couple guys, LOL. I only wish Everest was there," referring to his dog Everest. He also tweeted, "Cut my finger and now I can't play with two hands at the Grammys." The fight went down at a recording studio over a parking spot. Both parties gave conflicting accounts of what really happened that night, but what did happen was a brawl between the entourages. Sources claim that Chris threw the first punch and called Frank, who is openly gay, an anti-gay slur. Frank told police that Chris had punched him in the face after telling him that he had taken his parking space at the recording studio. He told police that Chris tried to shake his hand, but he refused, and that's when Chris punched him in the face. According to the report, Frank said two of Chris's friends then jumped him, then pushed him into a corner and attempted to kick him. Police officers in Los Angeles said that Chris was under investigation, but no one involved wanted to press charges. A few days later, they crossed paths at the Grammy Awards, where Frank was seen with injured fingers. Chris was later hit with a lawsuit from someone from Frank's entourage, claiming he suffered a concussion as well as humiliation and mental anguish from the attack. The suit was eventually settled out of court. In September 2011, reports about a brawl between singer Ray J and rapper Fabulous started making rounds on the internet. The two guys were in Las Vegas at the Moon nightclub at the Palms Casino when Ray J confronted Fabulous about some jokes he had made about him on Twitter. In the first footage leaked of the altercation, it appeared as though Ray J punched Fabulous and was later arrested for the incident. By morning, Ray had called the Breakfast Club and elevated the drama, claiming that he socked Fabulous in the face, threatening him, and saying that he was going to force him to call the Breakfast Club to apologize in front of the whole world.
When you want to disrespect me and the money team, and we got 7 Rolls Royces outside and we just made 350 racks on the... Don't disrespect me. I'm going to smack you up again, fool.
All right, so Ray J, let's
I'm sick of saying Ray J got beat up. I socked that in the face.
So you punched Fab in the face?
One time. Hey, all I'm saying is if you got Fab number, tell that to send a picture of his face right now.
Wow.
Okay, Ray J, let me ask you, so this is what happened, because you didn't like...
I swear to God, he running from me right now. I had 100 fools outside of Moon right now. He never left the club. He was scared up in there. He tried to call the police.
So when you hit him, what did he do, Ray?
Nothing. He fell back because he's a sucker. You know y'all my dudes, right?
Right, yeah.
I'm going to make sure he call up to the Breakfast Club and apologize for his actions. Because I'm not playing, man.
Luckily, no one bought his side of the story, and the hashtag Things Tougher Than Ray J went viral. In a separate radio interview, Fab recounted how the situation actually went down, which was completely different than Ray's version. He said that Ray J had laughed at the tweet at Diddy's dinner earlier in the day and seemed cool with the joke. But Ray later showed up at his show with 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather to confront him about it. Then Fab got petty by saying, "This is a war on drugs, not a war between me and him." A second video from a different angle of the altercation was obtained by TMZ, which showed Ray J throwing a punch that didn't connect. Sources also revealed that it was 50 Cent who egged Ray J on, which is no surprise given 50's history of instigating drama. A few years later, Ray J said he went through a time of deep depression following the encounter and took full responsibility for the altercation. He also says he has nothing but respect for Fabulous. Which one of these celebrity feuds did you completely forget about? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and like this video and subscribe to Black Femininity TV for more content.